throughout this whole conversation, you've been when I brought up Sunshine, you would mention Elion and his business deals and whatnot. What are some of the
Yeah.
bad business deals that he made?
Well, again, I mean, and I only say this now because I feel like it's necessary. I know there's been times where he put stuff out there, but I love the brother in a oneness aspect. You have to love. Yahweh told us we have to love. Yeshua walked the earth, until he was crucified at 33, and he ordered us to love everyone, even our enemies. So this is not a, bust Elian Nino session. This is just keeping it real because I don't know how many people know this or don't know. All I can tell you is that there's a lot of, as B would call it, trickery and treachery amongst us all. We all do it at one point in time in our own way, whether we mean to or not. But, again, I mean, I had, like I said, I had brought an opportunity, I guess, for 75,000. But I guess that, like I said again, when it comes down to who's bringing the deals, that's what's important. It has to do with who's bringing the deals. It doesn't, I guess if it had been anybody different, I happen to know this brother damaged his own deal with a particular distribution deal, distributor that put out a few Bone Brother projects as well as Busy Bone projects, which I won't say their name. But yeah, from what I had found out, he cursed the person out, I just tried to help him. I tried to work with him to try to show him that, be more harmonious, and show these people that you have wisdom and knowledge. But sometimes the hunger and the thirst gets so big to where you feel like you ain't got nothing to lose, so you go all out. But sometimes you go all out in the wrong way. And to me, that was one of the biggest, I don't know if you want to say mistakes, but the biggest drawbacks for Seven Sign and even the From Your Righteousness project. Because following that, first came the evolution of elevation stuff, outtakes, which would be the originals, and then so forth and so on, the watered-down version of the revival, which that didn't have to be. None of that had to be. From Your Righteousness, you know what I'm saying, could have been exactly the way M2G and everybody else at the time wanted it to be, because Busy initially was substantiated for his stuff. He already had done his work, so it was a matter of flipping it and allowing people to get paid through the internet. And for some strange reason, people just didn't want to see that happen for one another, and it was kind of spooky. But that's why we're bringing a lot of this stuff back to the surface, because people were burnt. Even I myself wanted, try to support M2G this last time and didn't get my copy. So you guys aren't alone. I still support people where I can, you know what I'm saying, even though I'm an affiliate. And, so I took it upon myself as a producer, an executive thug, making an executive thug decision that this stuff must come out to the fans so they can better understand all these questions. And then, you hear somebody like me come to the center and bring up From Your Righteousness, you got a bad taste in your mouth. But, I got to give shouts out to CYN from another forum, because once I broke it down to those boys at their little board, they were able to respect it, because they realized, okay, this guy's actually got some knowledge, and he knows a little more about the whole mythos than we do. So, music is deeper sometimes than just words and music. It's the feelings of others. It's the philosophical, spiritual beliefs of an individual. This was Busy's highest point, one of his highest points in his life, where he was really putting his, getting his stuff together for himself. And we have to respect that, because this is a matter of someone really trying to get themselves together. And so these are people's philosophical beliefs, and basically what I was saying was is that, this was a high point in this man's life, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have to respect that, when he's here, and, a lot of us really that were on that third tip were really inspired. You can say that maybe it was more like Christ just kind of giving us an example better how we should look inside ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just a matter of an album, a comeback album to people that were spectating this dude's gift and stuff. This was a matter of people being around this brother, being connected, and really changing their lives too. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, at the point of the Bone Brothers one, for the fans, only one, all of this stuff, hey, this was some life-altering stuff for us, and just a way of life. I know it changed my life, just the teachings of oneness and really being in tune with that. And so that's why I dedicated my life, to an outlook of oneness. I dedicated myself to a mindset of oneness, no matter how I may stumble and fall. I do my best to treat everybody the way they want to be treated. I do my best to do things with respect, and I've had my street experiences, and I've gone through what I've gone. But there's no excuse for me not to try to let my light shine, because we all need to work on ourselves. And if the brother who comes from a hard life, a street, situations can do it, then surely you and I can do it. Anyone out there that's been in dark, dreary alleyways and arenas of their life can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Power One is committed to. And overall, throughout all those times, though he's grown his hair back and stuff, I think a lot of people are going to remember that. Those that were truly in tune with what he was going through, that stuff will stand out forever. And I mean, here I am with locks, you know what I'm saying? And, he said bald head horseman. I'm screaming lock head horseman. So it's nothing but love for everybody, man. And I just hope that people will pay more attention, and not be so quick to cut him down because, well, he shaved his hair, or he's on some crazy stuff, or they think about when he did the interview. And this is the kind of stuff that I go through as well. So, I think it's just a matter of a state of mind. They call man, they called him a devil, they called him a witch, a sorcerer. So if they called a man this 2,000 years ago, you could only imagine what they're going to call brothers who are trying to, be in tune with the same thing. I mean, when Mo Thugs came on the scene, when Tupac came on the scene with Machiavelli, you know what I'm saying, with some hardcore stuff being discussed. They were very spiritual and very introspective and very militant, and very spiritual. So that's what you can expect from people like us. And ain't nothing going to stop it. I don't care who's on the radio. I don't care what Lil Wayne's talking about. I don't care what this man or the next man is talking about. You know what I'm saying? I just put it in as everybody doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And whoever wants to talk about Christ in they tapes, whoever wants to represent the one, whoever wants, be on that tip, you know what I'm saying? Then more power to them, because, I mean, I feel like we should be trying to inspire the children. We shouldn't be trying to destroy the children just because we was out here doing what we had to do. Don't out for them. We should inspire them to do better things. And I got big love for B, especially knowing that he got 13 children. Josiah's got children. I got a child myself. And, everybody who don't have children still know they got to make a demonstration. So when you think of the Power One, you think of the Boneyard, you think of Seth Time, man, that's the thing that people should reflect on and say, we got heart and soul, And we definitely, we trying to make peace with our Maker. And we still trying to let y'all know that we still go through these thug stories and these thug life situations. But it's nothing that we try to glamorize to where we want y'all to feel like that's what we really own, as far as that's a way of life. It's really about survival, and it's really about taking it to another level in a higher state, meaning that it's more about war than anything. It's about the underdog. It's about, society and corporate industries, low life, and people with talents and gifts. And this is why Bone is underground the way. This is why you got people like Wu-Tang DMX underground the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And the Outlaws underground the way they are. Because this is the thing that, we're trying to do, is we're trying to keep real music alive for y'all, So that's what we're here to do. And we want to recruit artists that's ready to do that from any forms. We want to put y'all down, host your mixtapes. We want to do that, But y'all got to be willing to give us a chance and feel the message for what it's worth, and not judge the people that are giving the message.
Earlier on the phone, you mentioned that you would be willing to do some Wasteland mixtapes, do some hosting, and get some rappers from the site to do some mixtapes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I want Wasteland to be one of the first places to be, breeding ground for the Boneyard Army. But you got to understand, again, like I said, is Boneyard is a subsidiary, just like Bone. Really, I mean, that's how it was designed when Dre and they talked it up. So it's it could be anybody from any Bone Thug affiliate label or anything, So Boneyard is just that, to me, it's just like Def Jam. I mean, of course, it's not going to have a member be on something. I mean, that's just like asking Russell Simmons the current of everybody's album. It's not going to happen. But as long as you see that Def Jam symbol, whether it's Island Def Jam or whatever Def Jam it is, that's Bone. So, it's the legacy. So, I'm just one of the few that actually kind of connected the way that I did. But, yeah, man, the yard is for all y'all, man. we would prefer that you guys, keep it commercial, like Bone did when he first came out, as far as just making the stuff gutter, but making it radio friendly. That way, there ain't got to be a lot of scratches, loops, and breaks and stuff like that. Design your music for radio play. Even if you never get spun on radio, you might get internet radio, satellite. So we're trying to get that distributed. Then it's like Mo Thug Family Scriptures, but bigger. You know what I'm saying? So we invite, everybody from all the forums, especially starting with the Wasteland, to, take it back to For the Love of Money, Thug of Rubbish Bond, Body Rock, First of the Month, Paper, Thug Mentality, Thug's Cross, Father, the gift. Take it back to those times, Make My Day, you know what I'm saying? Take it back to those times lyrically. Get yourself, be thugs that can have some marketability, not for the industry, for yourself. Make a statement. So we're here to host it. Dragos is completely supportive. I'm a spokesperson on behalf of that. So, you Dragos first, because I'm telling you. I've been, y'all know I've been put down. Y'all got the proof. And that's what it is. So, ain't no problem about it. We just want to make good 30 with harmony. We ain't just always going to talk about shooting and killing somebody, chopping their head off. We do that to our enemies. And sometimes we got to let our enemies pay us through. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all about that good music, man. Just coming from the streets, but making something that the children can listen to, your grandmama can listen to. It may be about a thug life, but it's still going to be about harmony. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what we ought to do, man. I'm looking forward to the Wasteland, people reaching out, because we're ready to sign y'all. It ain't a big contract thing. Y'all just submit your projects. We'll talk, exclusively, like, business people supposed to. We'll have our discussion. When artists will talk about what he wants to do with his project. He gets his own in-house producers. He might get a few tracks from our producers from the Boneyard or from Dracos, and we'll just promote it. And we'll make sure it's on the tier, and then all the other forms, we want to be able to give y'all something. That's, we love BTNX, we love BTS. It's no beef over here. That's between whatever your forms do to fight each other, that's not the harmony way. We're here to unite. Truly, humbly united, gathering souls. That's some real stuff right there. That ain't no plaything. Y'all think that stuff's funny. It's not. It's real. We're here to unify the souls, because it's not going to be long before the one comes back and takes us home. So we're doing this for y'all. We want y'all to be the thug closest to Christ and not further away from it. So they hear from Bitcoin. I know there's gonna be serpents and snakes talking after this interview. I know people are not gonna appreciate it the way that they should. But what's important is that it's an opportunity that's there. What's important is that y'all have heard it. It's out there. You have an option to choose to or not to. And that's what's important, is that you have the option. You have the choice. Ain't funny about it. And we're going to continue to drop mixtapes. We're going to continue to put artists out so you guys can be a part of it. And shouts out to Noir again on it. Everybody that's, been a part of our wonderful journey. Man, it don't stop to the casket drop. Thug Stars and Lax to 2099, baby. 2 Glock and a sword, man. This is my ghetto. This is Armageddon right here. It's like choose your side. Because y'all see where the music industry is at. I know how it is. I got to be careful how I play my cards, because they don't want, brothers like us coming in the industry no more. Shouts out to the Thug Angels, Hellraiser and Shabazz. Shouts out to, Ninth Prince, Killer Priest of the Wu-Tang. Shouts out to Young Noble, the Outlaws, the whole Outlaw family. Even shouts out to Gista. I will keep it just like that, because Gista knows what time it is. You know about Skin and Bones. You ask Gista, he'll tell you what time it is. So, we've had a lot of influence behind the scenes. We've done our best to support a lot of people. And we don't just support people on the Bone Thug family. We support people everywhere we go. We try to stay out the way. We try not to disrespect people. We try to honor. But sometimes, no matter what you do, you're not going to be appreciated for what you do.